Hello and welcome everybody to Amazon Ads Raw Daily. Today, episode number 3, and we're gonna talk about something I saw over the weekend I wanted to discuss with you. It's about sponsored display and about viewable impression bidding or view-based attribution models. So there was a post on LinkedIn over the weekend which basically stated the sponsored display campaigns are getting better and better in terms of efficiency over the last 2 years. So it was a time frame of 2 years visible, and then the ACOS, or basically it was the return on advertising spending, so 1 divided by ACOS, measured on the y-axis over time, and you could see that sponsored display was kind of outperforming all other campaign types. And I do have a problem with that because I feel that's not what sponsored display currently is really delivering. There is a specific case in which you would see such results, and it is the vCPM based bidding. So for all of you who are relatively new or who don't know what I'm talking about, if you set up a sponsored display campaign, you'll have the option to either optimize for conversions or optimize for page visits, or set them to be based on viewable impressions. vCPM is how I call that, or how it's generally called. So it's viewable cost per mil. It's about getting the maximum of impressions. The main topic here is that the attribution on those is very much different than on the other two. The other two are a click-based attribution model. So whenever a person clicks on an ad and he buys something and the sponsored display ad was the last touch point, the attribution would be, the sales would be attributed on that campaign. That's how we know it. That's how sponsored brands and sponsored product works as well. So it's kind of a, it's the same playing field for sponsored product, brands, and display. However, if you opt in for the vCPM bidding model, the attribution will change, and it will change to a more, let's say, view-based attribution, similar to DSP. So whenever vCPM is selected, the attribution methodology is a 14-day window for both views and clicks, where a click would trump a view, but that's the same for DSP as well. And obviously the attribution is deduplicated across all sponsored ads and DSP campaigns and so on and so forth. But the question here is, or the thing I want to talk about today is, if it's view-based, you will see much more sales attributed. So imagine somebody saw within 14 days some kind of sponsored display ad. If you launch sponsored display ads and you choose audience targeting or retargeting or whatever, it's very likely that somebody saw that ad, an impression was somewhere visible on a product detail page or somewhere else. And then he doesn't need to actually have clicked on that ad or any other of your ads. You could just have them purchase the product organically. Still, the sale would be attributed to the sponsored display campaigns. This results into performance metrics on the campaign level in the ad console, which are stunning for sponsored display campaigns on this bidding model. Usually, you would not see your 20-30% ACOS results, but you would see 4%, 5%, or whatever, very low, and you would think, wow, this campaign is amazing. Let's pump up the budgets and let's push it. However, if you then compare your total brand results, you will not see usually an uptick in total sales, as most of those sales you would have gotten organically anyhow, and the campaign is just cannibalizing due to its attribution the sales. So 2 questions we had. I'm not 100% sure that this is how it works still today, but that was before it was basically introduced to us. A couple of, I think it's now existing for more than a year. One of my questions was, will viewable impression type of campaigns participate in the same auctions as CPC-based sponsored display campaigns? And the answer back then was yes, both will participate in the same auctions, and neither CPC nor VCPM will have an advantage in the auction, so it will be a level playing field. No advantage in terms of auction. Second question was, will viewable impression type of campaigns have the same inventory as CPC-based sponsored display campaigns? Yes. For on-site inventory, meaning on Amazon, all of the ad placements and inventory is fully shared between CPC and VCPM type of campaigns. VCPM campaigns will only serve on-site, so CPC will need to be used in order to access inventory both on-site and off-site. So that means when they were introduced, they actually lagged one specific, let's say, inventory type, the off-site inventory. I believe that most likely nowadays you will reach your audience on-site and off-site via CPC and VCPM type of campaigns because it's based on your targeting and less on the actual bidding. However, I'm not 100% sure about that. Let me know if you have any more information about that. And let me know what you think about the VCPM sponsored display campaigns, because my standpoint is they are not incremental. So if you set up sponsored display campaigns with CPC based and you would run a VCPM based campaign with a similar targeting tactic, that would get all the sales eventually and all the sales attributed, but you would not see your brand uplift in terms of revenue or even profit. So I doubt that they are incremental, and would challenge you all to be very, let's say, cautious with these kind of campaigns and see if you set them up, if they're really incremental and if they really push your total sales, or if they just kind of steal or cannibalize via the attribution the sales from other campaigns. All right, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.